Have you ever been in a situation where no one believes you, even though you're telling the truth? And the reason why no one believes you is because someone's lying about you? And the person that's lying about you is someone that you were close to, someone you considered to be a friend, someone that you trusted. Well, imagine that tenfold for our main character here. Hey, it's Broken, and today we're going to be reviewing the manga. Even if you say you believe me now, it's too late. It's been a while since I've done a normal manga review. My last video was more of a rant/recap of the manga rather than a proper review. It was fun to vent about that manga, so if you missed that video, make sure you check it out. If I'm a good YouTuber, I'll remember to leave the link in the description below. So anyway, this manga is the story of betrayal and learning how to trust again. So let's go ahead and hop into the plot. We're introduced to Makoto. He used to be the class clown, but now he has trust issues and pushes everyone away that tries to get close to him, including his family. It all started in elementary school. His friend Suzuka tripped and fell over while they were playing. She never spoke up, so everyone in class believed that he pushed her over like an asshole. So rumors started to spread about him, that he shoved someone else over, that he destroyed someone's notebook, that he's just a big bully. The rumors made it back home, and his stepmom and stepsister believed the rumors without even giving him a chance to explain. So now they think he's a bad kid, a troublemaker, which is one of the worst feelings you can have when you're a kid, when your parents think that you've done something wrong when you haven't. In middle school, things just got worse. He would read books in the library and his classmate Saito would always be there. He was happy for a time because he thought he made a friend after the mess he went through in elementary school. But then rumors started to spread that he attacked her, and she didn't do anything to quell those rumors. Then there was the girl who confessed her feelings to him. He thought it was a bit suspicious, so he asked, "Yo, you've heard about the rumors about me, right?" With a smile, she says, "Yeah, but I don't believe them and would love if he went out with me this weekend." So he chooses to believe her. But it turned out all to be a lie. She only asked him out because of a punishment game. Then there was Nanako. She asked him to hang out with her and her friends at karaoke. He overheard her telling his classmates that he's actually a good guy and to give him a chance, putting in a good word for him. So he chose to believe her, but once again, it turned out to be just another trick. So over and over again, he's betrayed, leading him to develop trust issues. Now that he's in high school, he's isolated himself and doesn't let anyone get close. And I don't blame him after all the BS he went through in middle school. Then the universe decides to play a sick joke on him. All the girls that betrayed him are now attending the same high school as him, and they all want to reconcile. The girls seem to realize what they did was wrong, but from their perspective, it wasn't all that bad. For example, Shizuka, the girl from elementary school, starts talking to him out of nowhere. She acknowledges that a lot went down during elementary school, but it's water under the bridge, right? She goes on to say, "Oh, quit being gloomy, let's be friends again." But he tells her in the most polite way that he can to just leave him alone. His escape from reality is writing web novels. There's a girl in his class named Henri who seems to be in a similar boat as him. She has bad rumors spread about her and also pushes people away. He pushes people away by being gloomy, but her approach is by having an abrasive attitude. They end up finding out that they're both novel writers and start to bond. But will their trust issues and past experiences keep them from becoming friends? How is he going to deal with the girls from his past? So I really like the setup to this manga. It's unique in a way. Normally, it's just one thing that happens in the character's past that makes him want to push everyone away. But with this guy, he's been betrayed and tricked multiple times. Like he'll put himself out there only to get hurt once again. It makes it very understandable why he has trust issues. Speaking of what I liked, let's go ahead and hop into the positives of this manga. I like how the main character carries himself in the sense that he's not so willing to forgive and forget so easily. These girls think they can just go, "Ooh woo, my bad, I'm cute and now I have a crush on you. Forgive me for inflicting emotional and psychological damage." These people literally ruined his school life. And they're like, "It's in the past, let's move on. What happened wasn't that bad." Thing is, they're not being malicious when they say, "Oh, it wasn't that bad," because like I mentioned earlier, from their perspective, it truly wasn't that bad and that he's overreacting. That he's just being childish and petty for not forgiving them. They truly don't understand the pain that they put him through. They're ignorant. Like the girl who let the rumor spread that he attacked her in the library, she's like, "Oh, do you remember the good times we had back in the library? I think you were my first love." Yeah, it's my fault while the misunderstanding got out of hand, but let's be friends again. She truly believes that she can just go, "Ooh woo, I'm cute, forgive me." No, you let rumor spread that I forced myself on you. You know how some parents wonder why their kids never visit? the kid will explain that it's because you were mean and nasty. And then the parent will be like, oh, that never happened. Oh, it wasn't that bad. You know, never take responsibility or say sorry. Yeah, that's his stepmom to a T. She'll just be like, oh, quit sulking. We're family. It's in the past. I like how there is a part of him that does want to forgive them, you know, let the past be the past and move on. But he's been hurt too many times. He has to remind himself to not let these girls twist his memories, that these girls did him dirty and not to forgive them. I also really like the pace of this manga. It doesn't feel like it's wasting my time or drawing things out. I like the relationship between him and Henri. It's a nice, natural progression. The last positive I'll say is that the manga doesn't overstay its welcome. The manga is only 19 chapters. I like these characters, but I don't love them. So I didn't need to have 100 chapters plus of their story. I'm happy with the 19. So with that all said, let's get into some negatives. But before that, if you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe. It lets me know to do more videos like this. Okay, starting off, it's a bit cartoonish how much these girls want to make up with him. Like they'll show up in his neighborhood to ambush him so they can talk things out. They'll gather and have a meeting about the best way to get him to forgive them. Like I said, a bit cartoonish. But once you see things from their perspective in chapter 7, you can kind of see that their heart's in the right place at least. They aren't trying to get him to forgive them for a selfish reason. They just want him to be happy again like he was back in the old days. But they're going about it the wrong way. Not really sure if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but his trust is never really tested when it comes to Henri and vice versa. They became friends too quick in my opinion. These are both people that were betrayed and lied to multiple times. Well, at least he was. We don't really know too much about Henri's backstory, which is a negative we'll touch on later. So you would think there would be a little more pushback, that they would be a bit more wary about becoming friends. Like, oh, I'm getting close to her, she's gonna betray me like the others, or something along those lines. Like he doesn't have that thought process at all, and neither does she. Some people will say good, there's no need for unnecessary drama. But with the experiences they've both had, and how much of a guard they've had up until this point, it's weird that there wasn't some more pushback, you know, some more resistance to them becoming friends. Also, it's a bit weird how the girls from his past kind of just disappear from the story for the most part. Like in chapter 7, they come to the conclusion that he hates them. But he seems to like Henri, so let's support them however we can, and then they just disappear from the story. There's no point where he faces his past when it comes to the girls that betrayed him. Like he confronts his stepmom, and that was a extremely well done moment. So I just wish the same could have been done with the girls from his past. It would have been nice if we got to spend more time on Henri's backstory. We kind of fly past it as if it was just an afterthought. We get the gist of it, but it would have been nice to get more detail. And the last negative I'll say is a mini spoiler. Surprise, surprise, Henri and him do end up becoming a couple, but all we get is an off-screen kiss. It feels like a slap in the face when authors do this. As corny as it sounds, I like seeing the characters share a kiss when they get together. It's like how people like seeing the guy get the girl at the end of a movie. Could you imagine reading a romance manga for over 200 chapters only for an off-screen kiss? Yeah, Nisekoi does that. I'm still not over it. So overall, this manga was alright. I liked how straightforward the story was and how it didn't feel like it was wasting my time. It kept a steady pace, it didn't overstay its welcome. It did the betrayal trope in a unique way, and the list goes on. My main gripe with the manga is how quickly they ended up becoming friends. Again, with what happened in the past, I feel like they let their guard down a little too easily for my taste. With this manga actually being based off a light novel, I wonder if a lot of my issues that I have are fixed in the light novel. Like, does it go over Henri's backstory more? Do the girls that betrayed him play a bigger part, or do they just disappear in the light novel too? I'm curious, but not enough to read the light novel to find out. So I'm gonna give this manga the score of put it in your backlog, put it in the bottom of your to-read pile. It's a good read, but nothing you need to read right away. So should I do more manga review videos like this? Are there any manga in particular you want me to check out? Please leave your comments down below. So if you guys liked this video, like the video, and if you like me, subscribe to me. And as always, this has been your boy Broken, and I'll catch y'all next time.